Welcome to the reading for the second decan of Cancer, which is between 1st of July and 10th of July. And for this period, the superruler is Mercury, the god of communication, the god of marketing. Mercury is seen here in this decan as the one bringing the abundance, and the card associated is the Three of Cups. And this is also called the Lord of Abundance. And here I have the one, let's say, before we see these three women who are celebrating the harvest. They are making from the grapes, they are making the wine. The card is about celebration, community, happiness, creativity, and mostly friendship. Mercury in this decan as the god of trade, of exchange. It's also exchange of goods, and with this harvest. And this is very much the spirit that he brings, and it's working very well with Cancer, being the one associated with the house of home and family. It is very important. Cancer know that it's important to have, let's say, enough food, enough stocks for the family for winters. Cancer likes the expertise of Mercury. And in most of the decks we have, for the Three of Cups, we have three women dancing or enjoying, celebrating. That's the main idea. And of course another element are the three cups that we see in almost all the decks. If we look at the meaning of these three women, one meaning can be that there are the three aspects of the goddess. We have the maiden, the mother, and the crone. We see that very well in the deck Muse, where it's called the Tree of Emotion. We see the three aspects of the divine feminine. There is a nice poetry here. I love our three hearts of essence and bubbly things, like the strings of past, present, and future, tied to this soul family because I know you. So actually the three aspects of ourselves, it's like the phases of the moon, because the moon is the one ruling Cancer. We also have the waxing, the full moon, the waning moon. That's one interpretation of the three women, let's say. And we see here the blue color, which we also have in another deck, where the cups are full and connected by the blue color, which means it's also about communication. Mercury, the throat chakra, how we communicate with each other. Can also be that the three women are the three graces, the Aglaya, Euphrosyne, and Thalia, or beauty, gentleness, and friendship. They are all about feminine beauty, and they were connected with Apollo and Aphrodite, Dionysus, so the god of the wine. That's why we see here the women making wine from the grapes. These three beauties, as the ideals of female beauty, it shows that there is not only one ideal of beauty. That's a good reminder not to compare ourselves with any other women. We all have our own beauty. And in the way they dance here so nicely together, it means that they forget about, their differences, and they are in a very good synchronicity here. And the expression can be different, but here they are communicated in a way empathic, so the movements are so synchronized, and they create a beautiful dance. And also what we see in all these cards is about giving, receiving, and then giving further. So the more you give, the more you get back. And in the end, the more you give love, the more you bring more love in the world, you get more love. And in this way, we give meaning to our life. And this is also the way to bring heaven on earth, sharing love. The three women can also be the three fates, the sisters who were goddess, who were very much informed about every person's destiny. And one is Clotho, the spinner, who is the one in charge of the birth, where we are supposed to be. Then the other one is the alloter, the one who measured the thread. And the other one, the inevitable, it's the one to cut the thread and the one to decides when we fulfill our destiny and we have to move on. The one that it's in a way inflexible, because we all go there. But as long as we manage to fulfill our destiny, we wave our, with the thread that we have, we wave our destiny with love. In the end, we are aligned with the universe and we are with the surroundings, and then death is not even such a big thing. We can also see it as three generations of different women. We can see it as the three virtues, the faith, the hope and charity, the three Norns that are also like the fates from the Scandinavian mythology, and they are the one living under the Yggdrasil, where they actually create the tapestry of fate. We see in all these cards that it's about celebration. It's very much about joy, and the cups are emotions. It's also about creativity, and when you follow your creativity, then you find your joy. If you follow your joy, then you become creative. And that's the playfulness that we also see in other decks to create the movements. There we have these mermaids that are creating a dance together. Here we even have three dolphins. The connection is more spiritual in this way, and they are dancing together in order to create something amazing with a great energy, because that's the next aspect that it's important here, the aspect of community. And we know that the dolphins are very much connected, and it's very important the type of energy that you or everybody brings in such a community, and the trust that we have in each other. Collaboration, coming together for a cause, friends that you can trust that they will always be there, a team effort. I remember I saw a very interesting movie about a man who lives, I think in Hawaii somewhere, connected with the nature, and he thought about how the dolphins, when he was swimming every day, they somehow accept him in their own group. So they were very friendly, very polite coexistence, and that's based on joy and on love. That's the main ingredient, like we say here in this deck, where so when these cups are together, are connected, what we get is love, the most important element that connects them is love. And if we look at the Animal Wisdom Tarot, we really feel with the joy with this card, with the Three of Shells here. This is really about following your joy, following your fun, the healing element of water. And in another deck we have this beautiful Tree of Lotus, which is almost an idyllic, a dream landscape, with these flowers and the people on the water, you know, following the flow or finding the flow, which is so important, and trusting, you know, the whole experience of life, which is so much easy to do when you are in a community, when you collaborate with people. You can trust, even allowed to be the flow, not necessarily only to go by with the flow. And in this deck, when we have the Tree of Blooms, it's interesting how we have the flowers and the fruit in the same time, and that also shows that time doesn't exist, that time is just a concept. And in this collaboration, let's say, it doesn't matter who is here for what, it's just everybody is in a now, their full potential, and it's not that I'm doing something in order to get something. I'm just enjoying the present moment. In this beautiful creatures deck, The Three of Cups shows a different type of friends. So the girl here has 3 cups with their friends who maybe are even friends from another dimension, or it doesn't matter. It's once you find your soul tribe, you can really connect based on love, enjoy, then it's a constant celebration. In the Cosmos deck, I was curious to check which card is associated with the tree of, here is the tree of water, or which constellation, and we have this Monoceros, a unicorn in a more glamorous pose. I suppose there is also a constellation with this name, but this is indeed about friendship, individuality, and about accepting that we are all very different indeed, and we have specific attributes and abilities. If once you acknowledge the beauty of a person and honors what they make them unique, their emotion, then every encounter can be very special. And I just read this week something that I found very interesting. It was about intimacy, and that was not maybe what we normally think. It was said that in the moment you can talk about your deepest feelings and your deepest emotion, and maybe things that makes you unique, makes you this unicorn, and the person next to you says, I hear you, I'm here, I will always be here for you, you can trust me, you can be you, I see you. That's the really intimacy, and I found that very beautiful, something that we all long for, or we hope to find in this lifetime. If we are aligned with our destiny, with our purpose, and with people in our life, with the surroundings, then we are bringing the spirituality in a way in our life and giving a meaning to every moment. Then of course the power of joy and love, it's everlasting. It's a moment of victory, a moment of celebration, the joy and the love in life. For this time, if you would like to have a reading, send me a message and I will do a reading for you. Thank you for watching.